Are you stacking steps, spinning more, eating less, and the scale is still laughing at you? Quick thought check. When the old playbook stops working, nothing is wrong with you. The rules change. Midlife shifts hunger, recovery, and how we hold muscle. When the signal changes, the strategy has to, too. As you listen, notice where your shoulders drop a little, because this can be lighter than you've been making it. GLP-1 isn't a shortcut. It's a way to quiet the noise so you can follow a calm, doable plan. Hi, I'm Sandy. I help active midlife women lose weight without losing muscle so we age strong and keep playing hard on the court, on the trail, and in real life. In 6 months, I lost 40 pounds using GLP-1 with a microdosing approach, plus 3 anchors: protein first meals, progressive strength training, and daily hydration to include electrolytes. Here's what you can expect today. I'll explain GLP-1 in normal terms, walk you through what actually worked for me, and share the microdosing approach that kept results steady and sane. As you hear this, you may start to notice a version of you that trains smarter, eats to keep muscle, and finally sees consistent progress again. Stick around to the end, and I'll give you my free microdosing guide. And if you're ready, you can head straight to my site and start your consult. Let's quickly level set. GLP-1 medications are a class of prescription tools that mimic a hormone your body already makes. For many people, that means fuller sooner, fewer cravings, and steadier appetite signals. Think of it as turning down the noise so you can actually hear your plan. Let me share with you why I even consider it. I was the cardio queen. I did all the things in my 30s, but in my 60s, the scale didn't give a damn. I felt softer, my strength dipped, and my appetite was louder at night. I wanted a tool to help me stick to the basics while I rebuild habits that work for this season of life. This is what getting started looked like for me. I did a proper consult with a licensed provider through a concierge telehealth partner. We went over my health history, meds, goals, and what to expect. I had my questions answered. I understood the plan, and I started low and slow under medical guidance. At one point, I followed the standard hydration up to 5.0 milligram, and it did not agree with me. With my clinician, I stepped back down and shifted to a microdosing approach, and I stayed at that lower dose the entire time. From there on, my progress took off. My 40-pound loss has been from microdosing, not from pushing higher doses. Here's my 6-month journey, my results, and what helped. 40 pounds lost and still counting. Yes, the number matters, but the bigger win was how I felt. My energy came back, I was sharper, I moved with confidence again. On the tennis court, I was quicker to the ball and my serve had more pop. Clothes fit better, and I felt like myself again. Now, there are some non-scale wins as well. Cravings weren't driving the bus. There was finally space between urge and action. Meals got calmer, I wasn't white-knuckling it. Sleep improved when I kept dinner earlier and lighter. I could do a strength session and actually recover well with protein dialed in. Here are the side effects and how I manage them. Now, everybody's different, but personally, I had no side effects outside of a little constipation early on. What helped me? Microdosing, staying at the same low dose under my provider's guidance. I followed protein first meals. I aimed for 90 to 120 grams a day spread across 3 meals and snacks. Hydration daily to include electrolytes. That was game changing. You see, our body doesn't absorb water like it once did, so electrolytes are very important. Walking and light movement on slower days. Gentle, simple foods while my digestion adjusted. Fiber and magnesium supported regularity. Talk to your clinician about what's right for you. This is just my experience. Now, here were some unexpected things that I experienced. The mental quiet around food felt new. I finally had the headspace to practice habits without fighting myself all day. Travel and social events still require planning. GLP-1 isn't a hall pass, it's scaffolding while you rebuild. Here are my microdosing secrets and what that actually means. When I say microdosing here, I'm talking about starting with a smaller dose and staying there. Letting my body adapt while I locked in supportive habits with my provider guiding the plan. No further increases. Why I chose it. I tried the standard titration, and when I moved up, I had a bad experience. The higher step just didn't work for me. My first month at a lower dose worked great. So with my provider, I decided to go back down and stay there. A calm, consistent rhythm that fit my body and my training. What it looked like for me. The principles, not the prescriptions. Start low, stay low. After the bad reaction at 5.0 milligram, I returned to the lower dose and stayed there, checking in with my provider. 2-week check-ins with myself, hunger signals, energy, digestion, training, performance, recovery, and confirming the low dose was still working, or if there was anything else I needed to change. Protein protects your muscle. I split protein evenly between breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then I supplemented with snacks. When I hit my numbers, late night snacking basically disappeared. Progressive strength training 3 times a week. This is key. It's simple movements, slowly adding reps or load. This is how you keep and even build strength while you lose. Like I said, hydration and electrolytes daily, especially on dose days and training days. Gentle pacing around events. If I had a tournament or travel, I kept my routine the same. No changes right before it. Same scale rule. I tracked trends, not daily drama. I also took measurements and paid attention to workouts and how clothes fit. More complete feedback. The result? Microdosing kept me consistent. The plan felt doable, side effects were minimal, and I wasn't losing muscle. That's how I got to 40 pounds down in 6 months and felt strong getting there. And I'm continuing to lose. Is GLP-1 right for you? How to decide? Before you start, here are the big rocks to think through. Talk to a qualified clinician. There are conditions and medications where GLP-1 isn't appropriate. Get personalized medical guidance. Know the costs. Insurance coverage varies greatly. There are cash pay concierge options too. Make sure you understand the pricing, the quality of the product, and the follow-ups. Key is to commit to simple habits. Protein first meals, strength training, walking, water with electrolytes, sleep. GLP-1 quiets the noise so that these work better. It's important to set expectations. Progress is rarely linear. Trust me, it has not been. You might have weeks, and you probably will, that feel slow. Stay consistent and zoom out. Habits plus time compound. That's how I got to 40 pounds. If you've been stuck for a while and you're ready to support your body and your lifestyle, GLP-1 can be a helpful tool, especially with a thoughtful microdose approach. If you're serious about starting and want the exact framework I used, grab my free microdosing guide. It walks you through the principles, the weekly rhythm, protein targets, hydration, electrolytes, and a simple strength plan to protect your muscle. And if you're ready to move now, use the Start Your Consult link in the description to get straight to my site and begin your microdosing process with my concierge telehealth partner. It's streamlined and you'll get real guidance. The links are below. Download the guide or head straight to the consult if you're ready. But before you go, tell me in the comments, what is your biggest question or worry about starting GLP-1? I answer every question I can, and your comment helps other women too. Remember, I post new videos every week to help active midlife women lose weight without losing muscle so we can age strong and play longer. If that's your lane, hit subscribe and share this with a friend who needs a calm, clear plan. Thanks for being here. I'm in your corner the whole time.